Hi, welcome to Miss Annette's Little Farm in the Big City. It's early morning here on the little farm, and I don't have the animals up yet. I'm getting ready to do that right now. And as you can tell by what I'm wearing, it's a little bit chilly this morning, which is weird. It was so hot just a few days ago. It's chilly today, and then it's going to be hot in a few more days. You know, this is the time of year you just never know what to expect when you get up in the morning. Look at all these tomatoes. I'd harvested a lot of tomatoes, and as I harvested tomatoes, I would put them in the freezer. That way, I wouldn't have to try to harvest 1 or 2 tomatoes at a time. I only have 4 tomato plants. So the tomatoes would ripen at different periods of time. What I did, I would just throw the tomato in the freezer. And once I had enough tomatoes in the freezer, even though I have a really small freezer and it wasn't a whole lot of tomatoes, it was enough for us. Once I had enough tomatoes to process, I took the tomatoes out and I thawed them out. And I thawed them out, I didn't have to boil them because the skins peeled right off, which was really good. However, I had to let them thaw out for a couple of days because they had so much water in them from being frozen that I had to keep draining the water out of the tomatoes as they were thawing out. But I did get all the tomatoes processed. Processing vegetables is a very satisfying thing to do when you have a garden. However, it does take a lot of time. All right. Now let's see how the sweet potato tower did. It got really viney. However, now when I get back to my garden journal, I will be taking some notes on my garden and writing them on the journal at what did well, where, and what I should probably try to do next spring. Isn't that weird? Next spring. I feel like it was just spring not too long ago, and I was planting this garden, and now here I am thinking about the next spring. Time goes by so fast, so fast. The hardest part is going to figure out how to oh, I see potatoes right now. And these vines pretty. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is nice. This makes me happy. Even the little ones are gone. Yeah, looks like probably we need more water. I haven't grown sweet potatoes, but this is, to me, this is a success. Ooh. All right. Oh my goodness. I am so excited. Oh goodness. I can't wait to show Mr. Steve. Yep. I am so stoked about these sweet potatoes. All right. I never knew how they grew, and now I know. Well, you could tell I am so excited about the sweet potatoes. It's really exciting. It's my first year growing sweet potatoes, and I think it's a success because, number one, I've got a few that I can eat. Number two, I'm learning a lot. One of the things that I think I need to put in my journal is that I need to put more dirt, and I need to keep it watered more, and I don't need all that growth that I had all over the place. So that's really exciting. One of the things about sweet potatoes, even though I just pulled them out of the ground, I just pulled them out of the ground, but they're not ready to eat yet. I need to cure them. So I'm going to set them in the sun for a few hours, and then I'm going to put them in a humid spot for a few days. And once I do that, the flavor will be maximized. I'll be able to store them for a longer amount of time, and I'll be able to put them down in the pantry. Well, the garden is now officially ready for fall. I harvested a few things, and I still have to harvest some basil, but I'm going to wait until tomorrow to do that. So I'll say goodnight to you here, and I'll see you tomorrow in the morning, okay? Night. Sleep well. Hi. The harvesting isn't over. Today, the basil and the sage get harvested. Look how thick this is growing. And see how it's growing all these little babies? So I'm just going to cut it down to here, and that way it can continue to grow until it gets frosted out. Isn't it beautiful? It's really beautiful. At first I didn't think it was going to come in, but it came in very nicely. Sage is doing so well. And the harvest for cooking and for ceremonies. We're not expecting any rain for several days, so I can keep this out until it gets pretty dry. Then I'll take it to a nice dry space in our pantry and let it continue drying out. And I will dry it out and then place it in jars and put that in the pantry. Well, my basil, I have three different varieties. I have some purple basil under here that got crowded out. And then I have some regular basil. And then I have this fancy basil that's flowered, which is very pretty and the bees really like it. But I'm going to trim back this basil. It hasn't flowered yet. And so the more I trim it back, the bushier it's going to get. This is just a few hours later, and you can see that they're already starting to dehydrate. Good job, Mr. Sun. I took some time to write in my garden journal and annotate some of the things that I noticed that I can do better next year. And that's the thing about gardening. You're always looking forward, and you just look back and use that as a learning experience, and then just keep moving forward. And I think that must be why I like gardening so much. Right, Bernie? Oh, there he goes, looking for a ball. So I did write some things down in my garden journal. I'm very excited about my sweet potato harvest. It's the first time that I've grown sweet potatoes, and well, I've tried it before and I've never gotten anything. My plants would die. So this is the first successful time, and I put some notes that I needed to water more, I needed more soil, and a little more space. So that's exciting. I'm still waiting for my garlic to show up and some asparagus, because I'm going to be planting those in my garden as well. I'm going to expand my garlic bed. And that's exciting because we had such a success with the garlic last year. And if you want to see that video, it's up there. Okay? Let's see what else. I don't know. I'm just, it's this cool air. This makes you feel alive. Gives you a lot of energy. And I have a lot of energy today to do a few things around the little farm. A lot of energy to do everything except for getting inside and cleaning the house. But that's for some other time, right? I can wait. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your beautiful, lovely comments. You were so sweet. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It is so appreciated that I'm reaching you, and that we're becoming friends, and that we're hanging out together, and that is what it's all about. So, thank you for visiting me here on Missy Nuts Little Farm in the big city. Try to get outside today if you can. Put on a sweatshirt. I'm representing my cousin today. And take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Gracie has been hiding and making a nest. I don't know if you can see it under all this grass. And this grass is, I don't like this grass. Let's see. You see it? Can you see that? Gracie has been laying her eggs out here, and we didn't realize it. She had about 6 eggs yesterday, right there. Oh, Gracie.